Hello, everybody. Happy Today Day. In this video, I wanted to share a little bit of an energy update, especially with this new moon that just passed this morning, and just giving a little bit of an update about the energies between now and the end of October, as well as I did a bit of research from the downloads that I've been receiving through different systems, and I wanted to share that information with you guys, how the dates and the events that I've been speaking of correlate to different astrological events. All right, so I hope you all had a smooth transition with the new moon. Personally, the few days working up to the moon were quite intense for me. The new moon was in Virgo, for those of you who had my WhatsApp moon update. You would have heard this already. I didn't have time, I'm afraid, to give a new moon update before the new moon was there. But new moon in Virgo, so a lot came up or may have come up for us about our work, service, and our health. Our daily routines. We may have gotten out of balance and not been doing our daily routines and noticing how important those routines are, or starting to notice what we want to change in our routine, in our work, in our service, the things we do for others, and in our health, what we want to change in those routines, or what we want to better or take out of, or just noticing the importance of having this routine for ourselves so that we can serve others better and be more present in the things that we do. Yes. Also, astrologically, Mars has gone direct. Saturn has gone direct, and Mercury has gone direct. They're no longer in retrograde. So you may have started feeling a lot more energy, outward energy going on. Mercury, sometimes disables our ability to communicate very well, and Mars in retrograde sometimes will be doing a lot of inner action more than outer action, and Saturn was also about reflecting inward. So now we have a lot more outward energy starting to unfold, and will be unfolding more during this next period, which is really nice. What else did I want to mention? September 9th, Venus goes into Scorpio, so you may feel that superficial connections are not sufficing you anymore. All you want is like that body, mind, and soul connection, maybe in your friendships or your lovers. You want to take it another step. You want to do engage in sacred sex and beautiful energetic connections, and not so much a superficial let's go and have some lunch and talk about the weather relationship. So this may be shifting in you, maybe something you'll be noticing, and maybe something you want to take the first steps to change. If you're not enjoying the way certain relationships are around you, then I guess it's up to you to make the move and change that from yourself, right? And then on the 10th of September, Mars goes into Aquarius. So this can cause us to be less concerned about our personal stuff and more looking for solutions for the bigger picture, so to say, community, family, the world, the galaxy. So less concerned so much about our personal stuff, but trying to find solutions and figure out new ways of understanding for the bigger picture. And it being an Aquarius, it asks us to do it in a more intellectual way and more in a detached perspective, right? So we're not really so emotionally involved in feeling all the pain, but starting to realize, okay, there's a problem, how are we going to solve it? And we may be inspired to be doing that. That starts September 10th, and then September 12th we have Jupiter sextile with Pluto, which could increase your influences or your faith and your insights. So better connection to spirit. It's a chance to improve our own conditions, improve ourselves, improve that connection. So we may start feeling this. Like I've been mentioning, 9/11 is a very, maybe a big energetical shift you may feel. Could be from 9/11 to about the 13th, depending where you are on the planet. You might feel it for different times at different lengths. And it's just a purging, a clearing once more. I looked at the numerology of 9/11 and October 21st because I was told this is a cycle that starts 9/11 and will be ending on the 21st of October. Now, 9/11 is connected to in numerology, the number 4, which is the builder. So a day for building, a day for the to-do list. So what I'm sensing here is like, from 9/11, we're going to start seeing globally, what are the problems globally for, humans, for Mother Earth, for the bigger picture, the bigger story. What is going on? What is wrong? Start asking these questions. Start looking what the to-do list is. How can we improve our situation, our condition on a daily life, and as a society, as a species, right? We may start seeing a lot of things happen in the world stage that may trigger us asking these types of questions. We may see different crazy stuff happening in the weather and Mother Earth that may trigger us asking these questions and bringing more urgency to starting to find solutions. And to start solutions, we need to start by asking the right questions, right? So, and then when I looked at 21st of October, that correlates to the numerology, a number 6, the homemaker. So that is coming back in, working on our relationships with ourselves, our home, our family. So what I'm receiving from this is right now it's time for questioning, and a lot of things are gonna open up, right? And then by the end of this cycle, we'll kind of know where to take the first step. We asked the questions, we looked at different solutions, we made a whole to-do list, and now at 21st of October, we understand where we are, what our position is in the bigger picture, and how to start moving forward. So there will be a lot of turbulence during this period, but know by the end of October, there will be a lot more clarity. So just trust that. I also looked at the dream spell for both of these dates, and I thought it was very interesting what I got. So let me just have a look over here. The dream spell for, did I cut it off? Yes, here it is. For the 9/11 is the Yellow Galactic Warrior. So this is connected with, I harmonize in order to question. So harmonizing in order to question, modeling fearlessness. We start to not have fear, start to let go of fear, all of these things. I seal the output of intelligence. With a galactic tone of integrity, I am guided by the power of universal fire. So what I read there is like, you're starting to question, you're starting to realize, fear is not the answer. The answer is starting to come in to be more in the heart space. We're starting to have to solve and think about these problems in a more intelligent way, in a different way, in a new manner of thinking. Was it not Albert Einstein who says you can't solve problems with the same technology that you made those problems, right? So we got to think out of the box here and start envisioning or start understanding that we need new tactics to clean up the mess that we kind of already made. And then it says at the end, I am guided by the power of universal fire, right? So we're starting to understand that we are all connected, that there is a bigger picture, that this is not just my problem and his problem, but it's our problem. And the more that we talk about this and just connect about it, the more that we will be looking at these things as one, the more that we don't voice that there is a problem in the earth and we just, in the planet and the frequency, and we just keep that for ourselves, then that's nice. But 100 people are keeping it for themselves and no one's speaking it out in the open, then how can we ever have change? How can we have change if we don't even realize that, hey, we're all thinking the same thing, and wow, if we put our heads together, we may be able to make a really big difference, right? So when I looked at the the dream spell of the 21st of October, it was very mirroring to the 11th. So it says, I pulse in order to question. Realizing fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence. With a solar tone of intention, I am guided by the power of free will. So the difference here is, on the 11th, I harmonize in order to question. And here, I pulse in order to question. So first, we got to find our own harmony to start questioning what's right. Finding our balance to question. Now we're pulsing in order to question, right? We're moving forward. On the 11th, we had modeling fearlessness. So we started to model what does it seem like to be fearless. And now we have realizing fearlessness as of the 21st, right? We're really embodying it. Then on the 11th, we have I seal output of intelligence. This is the same as the 21st, a new way of thinking. And then with the galactic tone of integrity. And now on the 21st, we have with the solar tone of intention. First is integrity, knowing what's true for ourselves, start speaking truths, start, bringing stuff out in the open, integrity. And then we're starting with the solar tone. Solar is connected to yourself, who you are as an individual, of intention. So each of us have to do our work of intention, putting our intention forward to make a better world or to make a change in our lives, right? And then last but not least, at the bottom we had on the 11th, I am guided by the power of universal fire. And on the 21st, I am guided by the power of free will. So first we're starting to realize there's a bigger picture. There's something happening in the universe. There's a lot of change happening, and how we're all connected to it, and we're not separate from this event or this happening. And by the 21st, we start to realize what is our personal position in this whole bigger picture. What can we do that is our part in helping the whole, right? There's no better or worse than we all just have our beautiful, unique, different parts in it. And so on the 21st, it says, I am guided by the power of free will. Realizing you have free will. You have the choice every day to be whoever you want to be, to move forward or not to move forward, to play the game or not to play the game, to give your power away to the matrix, to give your power away to others, or to embrace and fully feel and be in your power, right? So I just wanted to share those findings that I had, as well as 9/11 was the galactic tone of number 1, which is connected to new beginnings, a new start. And on the 21st, we have the galactic number of 2, which is connected to duality, asking like to be or not, for recognition of self and joining, right? So during this period, we're going to really see how we're interconnected, and the importance of connecting as a whole, the importance of realizing that it's a bigger problem than just the individual, just the little humanoid story, which ketchup you're gonna buy this week isn't as important as, hey, all the trees are dying and the animals are going to be extinct in a year, right? So we're starting to see the bigger picture, the urge, and then by having the galactic tone of number 2, we can really see the separateness of self and the bigger picture, and the connectiveness, and seeing where we want to stand in those, understanding the importance of duality and the importance of balancing duality, feminine, masculine, separateness, being alone, in a balanced way, so that we can actually transcend and ascend to a new place, a new understanding, a new perspective, that each choice that we make isn't just about us. But each choice that we make is about others, the future, next generations, and as well as keeping ourselves in balance at this moment in time. Because without our balance in every moment, how can we expect there to be balance in the world surrounding us, right? Yes, anything else I wanted to add on to that? I don't think so. I'm very thankful someone mentioned to me in my previous message I said a date wrong, so I mentioned that the 21st of August, but I meant the 21st of October. Many different soul family groups will start coming together around the earth, around the world as of that date, and as well as many different groups of twin flames will consciously or unconsciously start coming together. It will be a magnetic pull, and that will start happening around the world. So that shift or those get-togethers, whether they are consciously knowing that they're doing that or unconsciously they just think, oh, I'm just getting together with a group of friends at a party, but actually it's a bunch of twin souls coming together, but they're not fully aware and awake of it yet. So that will happen on the 21st, and as of from the 21st onwards, that will be happening around the world, which will be a very important event. That is also harmonizing and setting in certain frequencies to push forward the total event that's coming, the new frequency of the new world, which is the world around us. So, thank you for listening to my update, and I will speak to you guys soon. Much love. Bye.